But this problem has arisen because of the new technology in removing organs. Now, doctors are waiting for people to die in order that they can take hearts out and kidneys out and so on. So therefore, the question of is the person dead, am I at liberty to take the organ out? That is the real problem which is vexing doctors.
I know about transplants, and I am aware that the motive is often a very good one. But I must say that I am opposed to transplanting any parts of the human body to other people. There is nothing to fear in death. Death is the great liberator. Death brings freedom. You rejoice when babies come into your world. There are many who cry in our world when babies are about to be born into your world. And similarly, there is weeping when people die in your world, but there is rejoicing in ours. For death means that the earth has served its purpose, or should have done, and the spirit is ready to enjoy all the tremendous richness and beauty that the spirit life has to offer.
Another question which is puzzling a lot of people is the treatment of the body after death. Some people seem to believe it is necessary to leave the body in a state of peace for a given amount of time before it is interfered with. And these people are worrying because of the present day tendency to whisk people into laboratories and open them up almost as soon as they have died for experimental or tutorial purposes to students. Do you think it is in any way harmful to the soul or the spirit if the body is interfered with so soon after death?
It depends on whether the individual has any knowledge of spiritual matters. If there is ignorance, there can be temporary harm affected to the soul, because even when the cord connecting the physical and spirit bodies is cut, there is still a certain amount of interplay due to the long association of the two forms of being. Generally, it is considered advisable where there is complete ignorance of spiritual truths for an interval of 3 days to elapse before there is either burial or cremation. What happens after that is unimportant. If people wish to give their bodies to help knowledge for purposes which can be of service to others, that is a matter for them to decide. But let me also say this. There is a time to be born, and there is a time for you to die. If that time to die is reached, then transplants will not succeed in maintaining you in your world.
That leads one to the other problem of accidents. You get 120 people board a plane, and a quarter of an hour later the plane blows up and 120 people die instantly. What kind of effect does this have on their souls or spirits?
Exactly the same as I have already said, son. Those who have knowledge of spiritual realities will not be affected. Those who have not will be, because of the shock. But in the process of time, awareness and the realization will come.
Does an accidental death predispose one to an earlier reincarnation if one dies prematurely or just through accident?
I'm not happy about the use of the word accident, son, because I know only of cause and effect in operation. Whatever is regarded as accidental can be due only to the operation of the law of cause and effect. As to the question of reincarnation, that is a much more complex matter which would require far more time than I have at the moment to answer satisfactorily.
Finally, I was recently reading some works by Rudolf Steiner, and he talks about reading to the dead. Have you got any guidance to give regarding the worthwhileness, or otherwise, of reading to the dead?
What do you mean by the dead?
The people who have passed out of their physical bodies into the spirit world.
Oh, I see. I thought you meant reading to dead bodies in your world.
No.
I fail to see what could be achieved by that.
Well, I understand that various disciples spend quite a bit of time each day reading to various relatives who have passed on, thinking that the relatives actually benefit from it.
It does no harm. I doubt if it does much good. There is in our world ample facilities for all to obtain knowledge when they are ready to receive it. If they are not ready to receive it, then they cannot obtain it. Whether it is attempted in your world or ours makes no difference. You know, son, it is only when the pupil is ready that the teacher can arrive.
Yes, indeed. And finally, about healing in the etheric body. All orthodox doctors treat only the physical body, but some societies try to concentrate on healing the etheric body. Is that a possibility, a practical possibility?
All true spiritual healing works in a very simple fashion. You are a spirit with a body, and not a body with a spirit. When your body is ill or diseased and suffers as a result, it is due to the simple fact that harmony, wholeness, which ensures health, no longer obtains. Not only are you spirit and body, you are also mind, the means through which the spirit registers itself and allows the body to function.